Alright, so I'm here to talk about the Last of Us adaptation for HBO, and they showed a trailer on Last of Us Day, and I think that trailer like hit 15 million views easy. It's still like number 2 trending as far as I know on YouTube, and that's pretty huge. Like, The Last of Us has staying power. It really does. And I find this tweet here funny because it sort of pokes a stick at the Resident Evil live action adaptations and showing how HBO and Naughty Dog are really giving their full credit to having this be as faithful as possible. I do find it funny because, once again, if people enjoy the Resident Evil movies for live action or the TV shows, more power to them. I know that as time went on, it diminished, and this is like just incredible. Like, this adaptation from Naughty Dog was something that I personally wanted to see the Resident Evil movies embark on. Like, where is the high production quality for later Resident Evil films? Like, right? Why not? Why not? Why can't we have that? So we have to focus on Naughty Dog doing it for us, HBO doing it for us. I heard that the director is the director of Chernobyl, and that was received really, really well. So they're putting this series, Naughty Dog is putting this series in great hands. Not only do they have this critically acclaimed director in Craig Mason, but they also brought in Neil Druckmann to direct a few episodes. It's a very hands-on approach versus what we got in the past with some video game adaptations that really did not bother at all. There was no quality control. There was no one stepping in to rein those people in and say, hey, that doesn't really seem like Super Mario Brothers, or that really doesn't seem like Hitman. You know, let's reel it in a little bit. Let's rein it back just a little bit, okay? No, nothing like that of the sort. And I think if they really excel with this in capturing the atmosphere, environment, and characters, then they will have another standard for video game adaptations yet again. Not to say that there isn't great video game adaptations out there like Sonic. Like, Sonic is really good. I did see Sonic 1, I did see Sonic 2. I can't wait for Sonic 3, but there needs to be projects like this, like Sonic, like all the other good video game movies that I can name on my hand, right? Because it's only a handful. So you know, you have to do that. You have to capture and embark on what this trailer showed, and it showed people at their worst. It showed people at their lowest. It showed the depravity in humanity as they suffer throughout this entire deathly virus, right? Very incredible stuff. Very incredible cinematography. This looks like a high-grade movie, not a TV show, a high-grade film just on TV, and it looks astonishing. Like, every singular shot, especially the ones in the dark with the clicker and how the clicker looks. Like, the clicker at the end, that was the money shot. That was the cash grab. When they showed it for the first time, I'm like, these prosthetics and the makeup and how wet the clicker is, like, it's been in some dirt and rain. Incredible looking stuff. Like, I'm talking great. I can't wait. I hope we see a bloater. I hope we see stalkers. You know, runners are gonna be in, obviously. You know, the red shirts are coming, the red skin is coming. We're gonna see those runners run into people and do certain things. Like, the runners are the most basic ones for makeup, I would suppose, because you're not doing much. But when you do those other clicker evolutions and cordyceps evolutions, you're gonna see some very crazy shit. Like, turn this baby up to 88 because you're gonna see some serious shit. I love it. I can't wait. I just hope we see the bloater. And I mean, who knows? Is someone gonna get their jaw torn off? Because I mean, You can't have Joel die. I mean, that's non-canon to the first Last of Us, but it is canon to the second one. The internet daddy just took a golfing trip. You can't have him die randomly via bloater in Joe, so I guess some other random civilian could get their jaw ripped off, and that would be funny as fuck in my mind. All jokes aside, I would like for them to do part 2 stuff if it lives up to the same production value, quality, and faith of that game as well as the first one, the first season rather. I saw some things in the trailer that I did not expect, like some new liberties taken. So there was one character they focused on. It was a Caucasian character that was walking, and it seemed like she was at an outpost or something like that. So I'm like, maybe this side character will be a little bit more important to the story, as well as stuff like an old couple holding hands and drinking what is presumably their last wine. I think this could be the backstory of the couple that might have killed themselves in the bathtub in the game. That's my speculation and theory there. There was some dialogue on it in the game itself when you talk about why they decided not to turn, and Joel says it ain't easy. I assume maybe that could be this backstory. Then there's the idea of Bill watching the town on CCTV. I don't think that was ever established before, but it does show Bill's paranoia to his town to lay out like a bunch of traps and know where everyone is. So as in that additional context of trying to, you know, flesh out, hey, these people are in my territory, they need to get out immediately. There's also ground traps that Bill has. It seems like Joel fell into one that also was not in the game. Something new to this verse each and every single time, and I really appreciate what they are doing to try to build it up. There are some unanswered questions like, what are you going to do with Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson, who are characters in this show, but you know, it's either now or never for Ellie's mom and dad to be explained, so you never know. Don't listen to me. Anyway, I just, man, wow, I'm blown away by this. I really am. A really somewhat faithful adaptation, but taking new risks with new story threads and expanding the universe is all I can ask for from this trailer, and it seems like they're giving that to me. From the little bit that we've seen, actually, we don't see the actors talk to each other much. We see the dialogue of other characters explaining things. You got to do what you do to be safe. So there's not really that hardcore Joel and Ellie conversation, but you can feel it. You can feel the oppression. You can feel the atmosphere in this trailer, and that's what rocks about it. Like, you can feel the weight of that previous story that they're trying to tell and adapt on screen. Mostly what I want is, I want those liberties to make sense, and I also want them to be just as good, so I can say, hey, they fully fleshed out and expanded The Last of Us on TV. How incredible is that? Like, you normally don't see that for video game adaptations, and this would once again raise that barrier high, and that's what I need. But Pedro looks good. Bella looks fine. Everything I saw looks on point. It's also quite interesting and a little bit jarring that they actually reel the Marlene actress from the game, and she's playing Marlene herself. So go figure. That's kind of, it's not weird, but it's just unexpected to me. That's the word I'm looking for. Unexpected material. Again, I already talked about the clicker. It looks wet, dirty, disgusting, absolutely terrifying. I want to see utter chaos and carnage and gore. One thing I saw in the trailer that was a quick flash that someone made a mistake on is they thought that Joel was beating up Henry, but that was actually a federal officer. And he's pounding his face in, and I assume that's during the scene where Tess, Joel, and Ellie are in the drainage, and they're trying to hide from Fedora because there is that one clear shot of them hiding in a drainage ditch. So that could be the case, and we're gonna get a little bit of action here, which would be fantastic. It's pretty bloody too when you look at the guy's face. So yes, give me that. Give me that. My ultimate sort of desire and outcome for this show. I think that I just want it to exceed expectations, like point blank period. If it's interesting from the jump, and I think the first episode, I have a speculation, I think the first EP might be a slow burn based on all those events set up. We're gonna see Joel just running with Sarah, and then she gets shot up, and we got the broken watch and the sob story with that. But as time progresses, I'm wondering how are they going to set up the events with putting Riley's story in Left Behind. How organic is that gonna feel? Because that was DLC originally before it was put into the other versions of the game. How are they going to flesh out the side characters that we're seeing major focus on? I think there's going to be some episodes revolving around them, or you know, Joel and Ellie's interaction with them and how they came across certain towns and everything. But I do hope that this is framed different and different enough to where it's like they go by the beats of the game, yes, but I want to feel refreshed because, like I said, I already know what happens all the way back in 2013, so I want to be on my toes, and maybe you could do things a little bit differently but still make sense. I cannot wait for the show. I cannot wait until this comes out. As a Last of Us fan, you already know what the deal is. You already know what I feel about this, and the trailer just solidified the fact that they're taking this seriously, which is a damn shame to say because so many other people have not taken their video game adaptations seriously. Maybe someday they all will, but until then, this is a great start. My name is Renegade Operative. I really fucking love this trailer. Oh boy, I cannot wait. The violence, the mayhem, the bloodshed, let's get it. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed my thoughts on this trailer and seeing the craft come into fruition yet again for The Last of Us. If you really enjoyed this video, please be sure to slap a like. Tell me what you thought of The Last of Us HBO Max trailer. Did it impress you? Did it need more work, etc.? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, I wonder how long this show is going to be. 10 episodes? Please? Or what is the length? Like, is it going to be an hour, 30 minutes? I don't know the full details. I just hope that it's fleshed out enough to give all these characters, even outside of just Joel and Ellie, room to breathe and interact and cross-sect to where it's very vital. And even that snow scene where Ellie has the blood on her face, David's blood, that just looks harrowing. Like, I'm so glad they captured it beat for beat on how these characters participated in that story, and I cannot wait until this comes out. Until then, people, I will see you guys next time. That is my thoughts on the Last of Us HBO Max trailer, and once again, get hype. Also, get hype for Hugh Jackman coming back in the MCU, which is another topic entirely, but hey, I could not help myself as a little nerd. We will be doing a Wolverine podcast in the future where I will be uploading that here, and that's gonna be a nerdgasm. Oh boy, I cannot wait till December. Anyway, let me stop spoiling. I'll see you guys next time. Later. Also, P.S. it seems like Logan and The Last of Us has a lot in common, so go see Logan, go play The Last of Us, go play the remake, whatever you prefer, and then watch this show. Oh yeah, baby, oh yeah.